Welcome to week 4. Well, we're going on a walk again, but to the common instead of the lakes this time. Let's see what we can see. It's a sunny but frosty morning this morning. Sort of feels like spring is starting to appear, and the first crocuses are outside in my garden, which is lovely. We've had an unsuccessful trip in terms of birding. We hardly saw any birds, but we had a lot of fun crunching through icy puddles, so worth it. My original plan for today was to go back down to the lakes but take my scope and try and get some better footage and maybe spot some things further away that I hadn't spotted before. But, well, as you can see, it decided to snow. I don't really fancy taking my scope all the way down to the snowy lake, so we're just going on a walk. Seen nothing but the usual suspects so far, but it's just lovely to walk in the snow. We haven't had snow for a very long time around here. Good job I don't have to go to work, really. I just heard a tawny owl, clear as day. Is it gonna call again? But I can't count it because I didn't see it. Where is it? I can also hear a green woodpecker, but again, can't see it. Where are you? So I'm kind of regretting my whole can't count it if you don't see it rule. Friday, so it's time to do the Big Garden Birdwatch. This week I haven't really been able to get out very much. I wasn't feeling very well earlier in the week, had a cough, had a COVID test, it was negative thankfully, but it's meant I've stayed inside most of the week, so as you've seen, I've only seen one new species of bird this week, but I'm going to look at the birds in my garden and we're going to try and write down everything we see in an hour for the Big Garden Birdwatch. I have a hot chocolate because it's cold, my notepad to write down everything we see, and my trusty birding helper. Well, the Big Garden Birdwatch is a success. Brand new species ever for my garden. A lovely redpoll. So we finished our Big Garden Birdwatch. It was pretty successful actually. Some guy turned up at the bottom of the drive looking at the septic tank at the beginning, so I thought that he'd scare all the birds off and we wouldn't see anything. But thankfully he disappeared quite quickly and we got some good numbers. So I've got my results here. I'm just going to read them out in case anyone's interested. So I saw, and this is the maximum number of birds that I saw at any one point in time, 4 great tits, 6 goldfinch, 4 blue tits, 3 Dunnocks, 2 coal tit, 2 robin, 4 chaffinch, a wren, a woodpigeon, 1 nuthatch, 1 blackbird, and the highlight of my garden birdwatch was getting a brand new species in my garden, which was a lesser redpoll. So obviously it knew that I was looking out at that time and decided to appear. Perfect timing. I thought I would be ending this week with just the one new species, which was the pied wagtail that I saw earlier in the week, but it turns out that not only did I see a lesser redpoll, but about 15 minutes after we finished the Big Garden Birdwatch, I had another new visitor in the form of a sparrowhawk, which I just happened to look up from my laptop and see, and managed to get the camera out in time. So I thought I'd be ending on just one bird this week, but we managed to squeeze 2 extra ones in at the very last minute. If any of you guys did a Big Garden Birdwatch this weekend, let me know what you saw in your garden down in the comments, and I will see you next week.